Hey guys, how you doing? I'm here, it's me Frank, and I'm here with Leo. He's behind the camera. You say hi, Leo.
Hi.
So today I just thought we'd do a video on some of the things we've been doing. Me and Leo have been, we call it certification chasing. So I thought I'd kind of go over some of the shortfalls that we've kind of come up with along my process. So I've achieved A+, Net Plus, Security Plus, and then my CCNA in the last 8 months. Leo, on the other hand, he's working on his, what are you working on, Leo?
A+.
And he's trying really hard to get through that first exam here. But some of the things that I've come across that kind of are not explained online, I thought we would at least go through that and kind of show you what we're doing today. After my CCNA, I decided to take my lab. And I've actually bought a couple extra pieces of equipment. And we're going to I'm running a network in my basement. We actually re-drywalled everything. And we've run all our Ethernet cables, as you can see. You want to pan over here, Leo? So it's a little bit of a mess, but we're going to cable manage that here in a second. But we're running all our lines. We've got them here, which we're putting. We terminated them. This is all Cat 6A, 10 gig, 550 megahertz. So we've kind of run all of those lines, and now we're actually going to put in the network. But one of the things I want to go over, we're doing the physical layer right now. So we're doing all our cabling, you know, all that good stuff, the routers, we're putting that together, but I want to talk about cabling and tools. So I recently built these because we're running a patch cable, or a patch panel, I mean. And so we're going to be running these little shorties, but obviously we've had to build a couple cables here. So one of the things I wanted to point out with that frustrated me when I was trying to get my CCNA and Network Plus, is knowing to buy the right tool or not to be cheap. So like for instance, if you're doing Cat A or Cat 6A, you're gonna need a Cat 6A, Cat 6.7. This one's both, it does 7 and 5 and 6, it does them all. But if you don't have a good tool, or you have a bad connector, if you've got a bad connector or a China connector, you'll actually bend these pins. The pins won't go in properly. So just make sure you got the right tool for the job. And like even these, amazingly enough, some of them have special tools. Like there's one, you place it actually in there, and it's almost like a hand tool, and you pull it. So there's lots of tools and different tools for different terminations devices. So make sure you do that. I mean, I've gotten this one. And certain ones also cut off the end when you actually squeeze it. So like this one here, if you can kind of zoom in there, you see how it'll actually cut the end off. So if you've got one of these fitting where the wires come through the end, that will trim it. But my biggest thing here is basically don't go cheap on your tools just because you're trying to learn it, and don't buy China stuff. I mean, that's kind of what this is. I mean, look, I've only used this once, and this thing's pulling apart, missing screws already. I mean, so buy quality stuff. Make sure you're getting the right ends. For instance, there are Cat 5s, there's Cat 6 ends because the wire diameter changes. So make sure you're getting Cat 6As, Cat 7s, whatever cat you're using. Just make sure you got all the right stuff. So, but anyhow, that's where we're at. We're going to do another video here once we got the network installed and the wires ran and it all cleaned up. So we appreciate you taking a look, and we'll keep you updated here in the next week or so. Thanks.